Welcome, dear viewers, to Couch Warrior TV on YouTube. I'm the Couch Warrior, and this is Unbound Workshop. This video series is the companion to the Character Crusade Unbound podcast, and in each episode we explore Skyrim roleplay concepts and ideas through actual gameplay. Season 1 is called Random Skyrim Roleplay, and our character is Raiden, the Ashaba Undead Slayer. And good grief, is it dark in here? I'm going to see if I can help you guys out a bit. I don't know what my darkness settings are. So let's check that out. I'm using Vivid Weathers. Let's do interior brightness. Clear. Let's see if that helps. I don't know that it did. Maybe I already had it set to clear. Let's try bright. See what that does. Ugh, I don't see any difference at all. That's all right. We'll do what we can. Oh, hey there. Now, hang on. Did I just see another level in two-handed? I did, didn't I? I did. 93. Woo. Beastly. Yep. Setup for this character has been very simple so far. Now it's going to get interesting. We're only halfway through the season, right? We're only halfway through the season, and we're basically at level 30. We've still got a lot of play ahead of us. So the question is, what is he going to do going forward? We're rapidly approaching our maximum on two-handed. And the loadout is very simple when it comes to skills. Two-handed, block, light armor, and restoration. Those are the primary skills. Now, we have invested in one, maybe two perks in smithing. But otherwise, all of our investments have been in those four skills only. Now, I can see us continuing to invest in restoration perks, but that investment is going to slow way down. Because now we've gotten to the point where training is so damn expensive. And honestly, my objective with restoration is to get to level 60. Once I get to level 60, I'm going to stop worrying about restoration quite so much. All right. All right, we got a nasty battle coming up here. So let's quick save here. Here he comes. Let's get that power attack in. That steam is bad. Bad, bad, bad. All right. Whoa. 2 charging power attacks, a standing power attack, a block, and then a standard attack. That's what it took to take him down. And he's got a Grand Soul Gem, which I appreciate very much. Thank you, sir. And how about you? I don't know why. I just always take the oil. There have been times in the past when it's been particularly useful. So I think I just take it out of reflex now. I'm not sure how useful it's going to be going forward. There were times in the past when I had some armor that I really enjoyed that was in my loadout that required oil to upgrade. And I've never really gotten that out of my system, and it seems like kind of a rare ingredient, so I always grab it, even though I don't know what I'm going to use it for.
Sulla, let's just get out of here. Hasn't there been enough death?
Of course you want me to leave. Just waiting for me to turn my back, so you can have all the glory for yourself.
Huh?
Time to end
Thought
this.
Come on! Come on!
Whoa.
You're nothing, hear me? Nothing!
Always interesting to see who wins this battle.
And you thought I was just a pretty face.
Come on, girl. You got to get some shots in. There you go.
I'm far worse than you!
No more! I yield!
We're
I
routed!
yield!
Pull back!
They're both calling it off.
I'll kill you where you stand.
Right.
This is what
Oh,
I'm
man.
for.
She's doing a number on me with that Targ shield. It's causing the bleed damage right now. All right. Imperial Sword of Orbits. Taking that. Targ of the Blooded. Take that too. All right, we did it. Dwemer technology, okay. Bracers of archery. Wild healing. All right. Now, before we move on any further, let's see if we can lighten our load. We're going to use our enchanting gear. And see if we can learn anything here. Helmet of Victory, yes. Chance to lift the target off their feet. That's what was happening to her. He was doing it with his sword. All right. Interesting. All right. Dwindling magic. Ring of Virtue. Take 15% less damage from power attacks and bashes. I am not going to disenchant that ring. I think I'm going to leave it as it is. So let's take a look at how we're loaded out here. I've got this ring here, the Weatherward Circle. Fire and frost resistance increased by 45%. That's been helping us big time. This Ring of Virtue, though, 15% less damage from power attacks and bashes. That'd be a nice enchantment to have, but it'd also be nice to just keep our hands on that ring for now. We just got some really kind of amazing rings that we've found. And I haven't been switching, but they're pretty amazing nonetheless. And we just went up a level. Okay, now this gets us up to Skyrim, all right? So that opens up our shortcut here. Let's do this. All right, we did it. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Grab that soul gem. Let's get on in here. All right. We made it to the field house. I think this is a great time for us to take a little breather. We're gonna do some camping. I think we're gonna do some crafting. We're gonna do some sleeping, some cooking, rest up a little bit. And then we'll use this as kind of a base to operate from as we travel around looking for other stuff. Ooh, stamina recovers 25% faster. Allows breathing underwater. Holy cow. That's another great ring. Boots of hauling. Dagger of freezing. Worth some bucks anyway. Bronze tribunal mask. All right. So we're going to take care of a few things here. And I will let you know what it is we're actually going to be doing in here after this word from our sponsors. Inspired by the long tradition of Nord brewing, Draugr Lager brings to you the authentic wallop of days gone by. Draugr Lager is crafted for real warriors and is not intended for gormless, honey-drinking arsemongers. Bring back the bold, musty flavors of the Merethic era with any of our line of ancient Nordic lagers. Made with only the finest and really super extremely old ingredients, Draugr Lager will satisfy even the dustiest of palates. Draugr Lager, the great taste of the undead, with no bitter afterlife.
Undead,
Welcome back, everybody. Let me give you a quick rundown on what I did during the commercial break. So, first of all, went up a level. So we are now at level 30. Invested, of course, in health, which gets us up to 355 health, which is damn good. And then I had a choice to make. I ended up selecting this perk, Overthrow. Bashing with a great sword to interrupt an attack before it hits allows you to follow up with a power attack within 2 seconds to deliver a critical strike that deals 3 times critical damage and disarms your opponent. Holy hell. For me, it was a toss-up. It was a toss-up between investing in that perk or I had seriously considered also investing in Arcane Blacksmith, just so that we could continue to upgrade the armor, because we do need to focus on protecting ourselves. However, I have been using the two-handed sword a lot lately in this dungeon crawl. It seemed natural that he would be working out some new techniques with the sword. Also, there's the issue of survivability. I could invest in Arcane Blacksmith, but I don't have the materials down here to upgrade the armor anyway, so it would have been a wasted perk at this moment, and really what we need at this moment is survivability. We need to get through this dungeon situation here. We got a long way to go yet, and a lot of Falmer to fight, and a lot of work to do. And anything that we can add to our arsenal that's going to help us survive this is probably the more prudent investment at the moment. So, in addition to that, I practiced my enchanting. I enchanted a whole crap ton of stuff. Gained probably 6 or 7 levels in enchanting, as well as shed some weight in the form of common soul gems. I also collected all the alchemy ingredients that were here and began for the first time to do some alchemy work with this character. And gained a few things. I was just strictly working from memory, so I just made things that I knew how to make for sure. So we've got some poisons, some fortify health, stuff like that. I probably gained 3 or 4 levels in alchemy in total. So a whole bunch of leveling was actually done in here just with the stuff that we had on us and the stuff that was available in this room. Also went over this area thoroughly to make sure I got all the loot and all the ingredients and everything that was here. Got about 8 hours of sleep, am fully fed, and then used the cooking pot here to use all the ingredients I had that I could cook. So, made a couple of batches of 10 Dragons tea and mountain flower tea and made some grilled chicken breast. So we're all kind of set for the trail. So, at this point, it is time to head out. This is a great place to take a break from it all. Thank God this is here. All right. The field laboratory. All right, now we are going with caution and with sword drawn for the duration here. All right, you can see the bastards right there. That guy's an archer. We're going to sprint for cover here. Getting close to the building. We're going to make our way around back. And basically what I'm going to do is try to make my way methodically through here to the center where we need to go. Gotcha. Now that was a blind charging power attack, but worked. The one advantage to the blind charging power attack is quite frequently, if you can hit it, first of all, it's lethal. Secondly, it also usually means that you're coming up on your opponent so quickly that they really can't do anything. They can't do anything to stop you. They may get in a free shot or whatever, but if you connect, they're done. So sometimes it's a risk worth taking. I do it frequently. Bastard. Back this way, back this way, back this way. All right, now let's look around. Where is that giant glowing globe? Because that's the direction we want to take ourselves, I think. There. All right, there's some Falmer up there. Gotcha. That timing was perfect on that one. Cut him off at the knees before he could chop into me. I tell you, these Falmer weapons can be nasty. Ah, nuts. All right, now I got to remind myself, we got this new perk, We got this new perk we can use, Overthrow. One of the things we do a lot is we do a lot of blocking with this character. Blocking sets us up for great attacks. Now, if I can break this habit of always following up a block with a normal attack and start following up my blocks with a standing power attack, we can do some devastating stuff. But that means that I kind of have to keep my head in the game a bit more. A lot of times, you know, the combat starts and I just start doing stuff out of reflex. And I forget about some of these advantages I have if I chain stuff together in certain ways. So I just need to get a little bit more discipline around that, I think. It's kind of hard to do. Having to break habits. Habits that I've taken a long time to form. So, all right, here we go now. This is a lot of enemies, so we're just going to kind of pick our way through this methodically. Let's quick save here in case we buy the farm. Okay, hang on. Farmer up there. I don't think he knows we're here. Hug the wall. That's a beat down. All right, here we go. We got a Falmer coming down the steps behind us. He's going to flank us if we're not careful. All right, all right, all right. Now, I was sitting here like this. I saw him coming down the stairs, but I saw one of their slaves coming from the other direction. She was coming faster. Disemboweled him. All right, we did a lot of damage here. Gonna run right into this arrow. I'm going to worry about looting these guys later. Right now, we just gotta... Okay, let's get inside quick. Too many directions to take arrows from. All right.
Prepared to die.
All right, all right, all right, all right. It's got to end. Mage first. I can take a few licks from this moron. Okay, let's hit him with a block.
I'll show you a real fight.
There we go. Wow. It's quite a pile of defeated foes. All right, let's go through these clowns. These servants tend to have a fair amount of gold on them. There was River Betty, too. I want that. Okay. Let's just check in here. Make sure we know where all these doors go. Okay, that goes back out. I think this does too. Yeah, I think they all do. This one up here would maybe get us up to the second level, though. If we can get up to the second level, that's good to get to higher levels. Oh, wait. Let's take that bone meal. We can use that for our arcane enchanting stuff. Huh. What's this? Ooh, excellent. Getting up to the second level means we got an opportunity to take out any archers that might be up here. I don't know. We'll have a look. Just have a look. Pumping station.
You're as good as gold.
No, I don't think so. All right, let's double back. Get your friend.
Careful.
Now, one of the things I think about with this character is it's really interesting to consider, specific to this exercise of creating a random character using Skyrim Unbound. Hang on. All right, on the attack. Is this character was generated randomly. In other words, race was random, equipment was random, starting location was random, and we pieced together something based on what the game presented us, or what the mod presented us in-game. One of the effects of that is that we are not Dragonborn. And I'm trying to imagine, given how powerful he is at level 30 right now as a swordsman, what it would be like if we were able to add shouts to that equation. It kind of boggles the mind, to be honest. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm gonna back off here. We've got mage range weapon attacks here. Get rid of this guy quick. Alright, I'm trying to avoid these ranged attacks. I know they're up there. Okay, nasty traps. Alright. I mean, if we had the ability to, say, go sprinting into combat, swinging the sword while also throwing out shouts at the same time, it would be crazy. So, Ring of Major Knight. Huh, too bad. Deathlessness. Oh, I got lucky there. All right. What do you clowns have? Did I... Oh, I didn't pick them over yet. Gotta get that gold. Need it for training. Surprise. Surprise, foul creature. Ooh, haha, he stopped me cold. Nice block. But to no avail. He totally busted up my charging power attack. Look at her. She's being cagey, right? Now, if I charge her, she's going to hit me with that icy spear. Going to slow me down to a crawl. Quick. There we go. All I got to do is get that one block in with these guys. They don't... These unarmored ones, they're not too bad. I mean, if I set them off their game with a block, then they're pretty much done. It's when we start hitting the gloom lurkers, the heavily armored ones, that things get nasty. All right, so we cleared out the pump house. That's good. One building at a time. Gonna work our way through here. More cards. Ring of Anarchy. Holy crap. That's interesting. Alright, sure. Now the problem is, I found this Weatherward Circle ring early on. I mean, I've mentioned it before. I found it at first level, and it is extremely good protection against elemental magic. And I have never found anything else in 30 levels that compelled me to change. Just because I've never found anything that was better. I found some good stuff, but nothing that's come close to that. And the interesting thing is that that is an item that I'm pretty sure comes from Legacy of the Dragonborn. And so it can't be disenchanted. So it just kind of... have been wearing it perpetually. Just because it's such a great item, it's difficult to imagine giving it up. Even though I've got a whole pocket full of other rings that are also awesome in their own way. It is what it is, friends. It is what it is. Alright, there's a Fulmer up there. Let's get in here close to the wall. Yep. That one timing is good. That one I like. Alright. Now, let's mop some things up. We got a whole bunch of dead over here we didn't deal with. We need to look through their pockets and see if there's anything we can use. Gold, surely we can use that. All right, now we have the main chamber we've got to deal with. So let's go do that.
Never should have come here.
All right, let's make them come down here to us, down this way. Okay, back it up this way. All right, we got surrounded. Very, very bad. Very bad, Stu. Down you go.
Beg for your miserable life.
Threat? No threat? Oh, you don't want to do that, sir.
I'm warning you, back off.
All right, I'll back off. We'll give them their space. Interesting how the others attacked us without hesitation. These didn't.
I'm warning you. Back off.
I'm warning you. Back off.
All right, they're warning us. Back off.
That's close enough.
I'm warning you. Back off.
All right, we'll leave them be. He's a pretty dominant swordsman at this point, but that doesn't stop us from getting into bad situations if I'm making bad decisions. Namely, allowing myself to get flanked. That is the kiss of death. Gotta be careful about that. It's easy to forget that you're wearing light armor. You know? I wear the light armor because I think it's best for this character. I think, you know, with an emphasis on swordsmanship, it makes a lot of sense. Something that you can move easily in. All right, here we go. Here we go. Listen for the door. Sorry, lady. Yeah, that guy's got armor. Ah. Out of my face. Ah, he gave me some trouble. Now that spell, it didn't do a heck of a lot of damage to me. In part, I'm sure, because of the ring that I'm wearing, right? That's cutting the damage by 45%. However, it did slow me down, and slowing down Raiden is almost as bad as draining health, because his mobility is everything, right? So I got to be very careful about that. I can't just be oblivious to frost spells. I have to pay attention. Yeah. All right. Let's survey our situation. Shit. I think we clean this place out. All right. We need to find... There's a tower we need to find. All right, back down we go. All right, did I pick over your body? Yeah. So, for those of you who are familiar with where this quest is taking us in the end, you know that one of the things that we're going to encounter is we're going to have some choices coming up about whether or not we want to pursue the next stage of the quest with Septimus Cygnus, and there are some significant advantages to us doing so. I've been giving that some thought, and part of the reason, and it's something that I really want to do, what I'm talking about is Septimus Cygnus has another quest for us that has, it's kind of interesting, has an interesting payoff at the end, but also involves, I think what's more important is from the roleplay perspective, it involves some additional and intriguing story opportunities where the Daedra are concerned. So part of my thought process has been, you know, that would be really interesting content to expose this character to. How would it make the most sense for me to do so? And in thinking about that, it in part is what helped to drive my decision-making around this idea that Nymira was responsible for taking his power. Because that just amplified his sense of anger with the Daedra, and to me it reinforced the idea that he might take this action. So there's a couple of different things going on there. One is that I'm kind of setting myself up to better align this character to that quest. What the hell? Because I think there's some great story opportunities there, but also because I think there's just some interesting benefits that could help our character and lead us towards that next grand character transition, maybe. I don't know. For those of you who aren't familiar with the quest, nothing I just said will make any sense to you. But I would submit to you that it will all make sense very shortly. Perhaps in the next episode even. Stamina. Rejuvenation. Holy hell. There's a lot of goodness in there. Some rings. Pretty hard to beat Blackreach when it comes to loot, I gotta say. Okay. Inkwells. I'm going to take all these. Flame Strike. More Tribunal masks. Those masks are everywhere. Alchemy stuff. Armor's Challenge. Okay, we've looked at that book before, so no benefit for us there to speak of. Alright, let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the Nexus. Now it's time for us to get our hands on that damn scroll. Let's do this. I remember the first time that I encountered this quest. It was a long time ago, friends. But good God, you know, and it was my first time through this, and I was dying a lot, and it took a ton of effort to get down in here. I feel like it just took weeks, you know, to get through Blackreach and to get down here, and it's like it just kept going and going and going. It was really exciting. It still is exciting. All right, so let me think here. All right, this could take me a minute or two. Give me a sec. All right, let's do 2 of these. Son of a bitch. Let's reset. That brings us back to the start. Okay, we got something happening now, okay? All right, so it was 1, 2, 2. Let's try this. That pod is what we want, right there. Okay, what's next? Let's try this. No, let's go back to the beginning. Oh, nuts. Okay. Oh, shit. We did it, right? Oh, so cool. So cool. Nice. Now, take the damn lexicon. Remember the first time through, I didn't take the lexicon. I had to come all the way back through this crazy thing to get it. Oh, it's terrible. Take Elder Scroll. I don't mind if I do. Got it. Yeah. Who's this poor bastard? All right. Let's get. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for this episode of Unbound Workshop. I want to thank you for checking it out. If you'd like to get involved and play along with us, check out unbound.charactercrusade.com for current play rules. You can join the discussion with other players by joining our Discord community at discord.charactercrusade.com. You can find Character Crusade Unbound podcasts on iTunes and YouTube. Everything is linked from the website, along with a schedule of all of our upcoming live streams. Please feel free to join us. All those live streams can be found on YouTube.charactercrusade.com. Come join us for the adventure, and I will see you in the next episode.